Good morning. It's Brother Ken Beaver with Cathedral Baptist Church. Thank you for sharing your time with us as we look at today's word of encouragement. Paul is finishing out his letter to the church at Galatia, and in chapter 6, verse 12 through 14, we get to see how important it is to boast in the cross of Jesus Christ. We need to be so eager to learn as much as we can about that cross and how he died, so that we can say to others, look at what he did. And that's our source of boasting. It's in his death that we have experienced great life. And it's in that moment of him giving his life as a substitute that we want to share with others that he died for them as well. Of course, to the church at Galatia, there's some who are trying to go back to works of the law. And Paul is saying that's nonsense. He says there is some who desire to make a good showing in the flesh, and they want to compel you to be circumcised. He says simply so that they will not be persecuted for the cross of Christ. Those who are circumcised, they don't even keep the law themselves, but they desire to have you circumcised so that they may boast in your flesh. Oh, that they may say to others, look what I've been able to make them do. I made them follow the law. I made them adhere to those rules and regulations. And man, I feel so good about myself because I controlled their behavior. He says, my goodness. He says, I'm not going to boast in anything like that. May it never be in verse 14 that I would boast, except in the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ. That's what Paul boasted in. That's what he wanted to showcase to the world. Look at that cross. To some, it was a stumbling block. To others, it was foolishness. Because why would he die on the cross? Because he bore that death for you, for me. He says, because of that, through that which the world has been crucified to me, and I to the world. There's a death now that has come to the world for me, and I to the world because of that cross. Why? Because Jesus Christ has given me new life. He has liberated me from the power and the penalty of sin and death. What a wonderful way to celebrate and boast in what has been done, not in ourselves, but in the cross of Jesus Christ. As we get closer to Easter, I hope and pray that you take time to look at that cross, learn as much as you can about what Jesus Christ did for you, and then let that be be that source of boasting for everyone around you. We love you and we're praying for you. God bless.